Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my latest layout for Hey Little Magpie shop featuring Vicki Boutin's Fernwood collection. Very excited to share with you that we're offering a random prize today, and I will fill you in as the video continues. So I got out all my Fernwood supplies and I actually realised I'd got quite a lot that were in the red, pink, orange colourways. So I got them all together and I decided I was going to use them all on one layout. So I went through the whole and partial pieces of paper that I'd got first, and I've chosen the open air, which is on the right, and the Field of Daisies B-side, which is the pink checker. And they will become my base eventually for this layout. So I've put everything on the left and I have a good look through this tray, see if there's any bits and pieces. I've got flare, I've got washi tape, I've got ephemera, and I'm going to try and put it all together. So what I want to do is I want to layer these two pieces of paper, and I know that they're bigger than 12 by 12, so I'm just masking off the side. I don't want to cut it prematurely. I've made that mistake before because I want to actually do a grid format using the ephemera. So I want to make sure I've got enough of that pattern paper before I actually cut it to make the whole page 12 by 12. So I'm going to work my way through the tray looking at the base pieces that I'd like to use for the left hand side of this layout. I really like the clipboard, the black and white one, and I definitely go on and use that. Some of the tags, like the one I've just cut, they were from 12 by 12 paper. Some of the others were actually already die cut. So I'm going to just work my way through, see which bits take my fancy. To be honest, there's no real theme to them, but I know I have an idea at this stage what photographs I wanted to use. Some of them, like the orange I've just put down, are actually from the Tickets Please paper, and I cut that up 3 or 4 layouts before into its individual pieces so that it could be used exactly like this. So yeah, they were actually from a pattern paper. So in my mind, I've got 3 photographs that I will like to bring in later on to use with this layout. They're all going to be better smaller, and I'm going to print them black and white because they're quite colourful. But I actually want them to go and fit in really well with this theme. So at the moment, I'm just moving things around, looking at them by eye, just thinking where they could go. This is all part of the process that I really enjoy actually, so I'm quite happy. I also wanted to try and get a fair share of each colour. You don't necessarily always notice it, but for example, I wanted to try and make sure I'd used enough of the orange and enough of the pink and the red, etc., just so it balances it out. So I brought in the 3 photographs. 2 are square and 1 is landscape, just because of the number of people in them, and I've just cut them and trimmed them to fit on the ephemera. So I'm now going to go through and have a look at see if I've any bits and pieces I can add. These are from the chipboard sheet. They're just like some pointy arrows. Again in the same colourways, so are perfect. It's actually fascinating. This Fernwood range is amazing. There's so many different colours in it. And I've made some completely different type of layouts with it. And it's all the same range. So it just shows how versatile it really is. So let me talk about the prize on offer and why and how it's on offer. So depending where you are, whether you're watching this video on my channel, Sheena Rowlands, or you may be watching it on the Hey Little Magpie channel, because I work as part of their DT. What we ask is that you subscribe to both channels and that you actually leave a comment on this video on the Hey Little Magpie channel. The prize can only be sent to people that live in the UK or have a UK postal address, I'm afraid, because obviously since Brexit things are all messed up. But there was a picture of the prize at the beginning. Lots of lovely, luscious Fernwood products, so a really good prize. And all you need to do is subscribe to both the channels and leave a comment at the Hey Little Magpie one if you live in the UK or have a UK postal address. So really easy. So do go ahead and take part. The prize will be drawn on the 1st of Feb, so you've got until the 31st of Jan to take part. So Going back to this layout, you might have noticed I've added part of a zip on the right hand side. Very Julie Taylor, another member of our DT. It's something I've picked up from her, and I like the way it separates the pink paper from the red, and perfect place to attach one of the tassels with acrylic words from the Fernwood range. So I really like that's gonna work there, I think. So this little clipboard, I decided that using a blade, in fact I did it freehand in the end without the ruler, I actually wanted to tuck my photograph underneath the metal part, like it as if it was a real clipboard. So a little bit fiddly, and I just needed to just trim around the edges of it just so I could get the photo underneath, because I'd actually mounted the photo on a little bit of pattern paper. So as I say, a bit fiddly, but I really like the way that in the end the photo looks, that it's actually attached to the clipboard like it would in real life. Now you can see why I'm not a speedy scrapper, because everything seems to take me forever. But actually I like the way that looks, and I'm going to add a bit of double-sided tape and get that photo underneath that clip. I know it's just a little touch, but sometimes it's a little bit like that really I enjoy when I'm scrapbooking. So everything is stuck on the grid paper on the left. I'm quite happy with that. I'm just adding some strong red tape on the back of this now so that I can actually attach the zipper before I then attach the red open air paper as well. As you can see, the open air paper has been a little bit cut at. It's got leaves on the other side, and I used them for one of my previous video layouts. So that was all that's left. So I tried to keep it with one edge 12 inches so that it could be used in this sort of way. So I'm just going to stick the ends of the zip over rather than cut them, and then I will join it to the rest of the pattern paper. At the moment I'm going through a phase of using pattern paper as my backgrounds rather than white cardstock. I think I do this a bit more in the winter months because I find photographing white cardstock sometimes a real bind, and it's not very easy in the when the weather's not good. So I'm just going to use the white cardstock there just as an idea, so I can get the layout to be 12 by 12, even though I'm not going to stick it to the cardstock, it's just there as a guide for me. So apologies for seeing the top of my head, but it's just to make sure I've got that pretty level. So yeah, so now it's back to being a 12 by 12 size. So I'm going to add this clip to the zipper. I think that sits really nicely. This one says love, and I think the pink and the orange go really well with the rest of the ephemera. I'm going to work my way around again, just seeing if there's any other little bits and pieces. Not everything needs to have something on, but these bits of chipboard, they're not going to do any harm. They're going to fill a few of the little gaps. And I've got the really lovely tiny puffy stickers, and there's a couple there that are definitely going to make it on. They're really nice icons. There's hearts and circles and some words and cameras and some cute little gnomes as well. So I'm going to add a few of those in as well. So I'm just having a check through, just seeing if there's anything I've missed, anything else I want to add. Potentially some fussy cut flowers, but nothing really took my fancy. So I've come to these puffy thickers to see what else I can add. And I didn't realise, but there was quite a bit of gold already on the layout on the ephemera pieces. So I have a look through these thickers and I add some of the gold hearts from there. I end up having a little bit of a mess around with the one in the middle. I'd seen a gold heart and I wanted to use it, and then when I came to take it off the backing, it was bigger than I remembered, and that was because there was two, but I hadn't spotted that the first time. So just seeing if I can fit any other bits and pieces in. I think that's a butterfly, just little additions just to finish this off now. I do add some journaling to the clipboard in the centre, and then it's all finished. And here's the full image and some close-ups so you can have a closer look. Thank you very much for watching. Do remember the competition, and it ends at the end of January the 31st. Okay, so hopefully we'll see you here soon. Take care. Bye for now.